Hello friend, I am C-Dawn, senior piercer and owner here at Low Wire Body Piercing, and you just got a new piercing. In this video, we are going to go over some tips, tricks, and general body piercing aftercare instructions. So, let's jump in. The first step to cleaning your piercing, and one of the most important steps of cleaning your piercing, will be washing your hands. Always have clean hands before you clean your piercings. The solution we always recommend to clean your fresh piercing with is sterile saline wound wash. A brand that we really love, that is also very reputable within the industry and is actually used by many piercing professionals throughout the world, is NeilMed Piercing Aftercare. We also recommend avoiding the use of any over-the-counter or store-bought piercing cleaning solution. These generally have a lot of additives and can be quite harsh. I would stick to sterile saline wound wash. Piercings do get crusty, which is the word we choose to use when they're healing. Those crusties do need to be cleaned away. If they are left to build up around your piercing, they harbor a lot of bacteria, which can lead to irritation, complications, infection. So it does need to be cleaned. You can spray it directly on your piercing, or alternatively, you can soak your sterile gauze pad with the solution and then use that to clean that away. You can over clean your piercing, which leads to a lot of irritation, complications, and prolonged healing periods. I would not be cleaning your piercing more than 3 times per day. We do not want to be twisting, pushing, or pulling our jewelry at any point during the healing process, even when you're cleaning it. This can irritate the area a lot by pulling bacteria through the hole and ripping those crusties off that your body is trying to heal. Ideally, we want to keep that piercing area as dry as possible. So when you're finished cleaning it and when you get out of the shower, make sure you dry it off very well. Because moisture can lead to a lot of issues during the healing process, we also advise not submerging your piercing in any body of water. Pools, hot tubs, bathtubs, lakes, oceans. There's a lot of bacteria, a lot of chemicals that can cause a lot of issues during healing. I would also highly recommend never sleeping with wet hair if you have a new ear piercing. This causes a lot of issues as well. One of the trickiest things that you will need to avoid throughout the healing period of your piercing is sleeping on it. By sleeping on a fresh piercing, especially ear piercings and nose and navel piercings, they can start to migrate, which means your piercing will heal crooked and on an angle. Body piercing is an invasive procedure. It is very common and very normal for swelling, bleeding, and bruising to happen off and on for the first couple weeks. To help alleviate and decrease any swelling that may happen after your piercing or throughout the duration of the healing process, as this does come and go sometimes, you can take anti-inflammatories. Advil, ibuprofen, these will help decrease internal swelling and also help alleviate some of the discomfort and soreness that might be present. The jewelry that we start you off with, your initial jewelry, is always a little bit longer to allow for swelling room. Eventually, this can be downsized to a shorter, more fitted piece. That depends though on how your body heals. That time frame will be different for everybody. It is always best to check in with your piercer, have them take a look at things in person to evaluate the area so that we know for sure whether it's safe at that point to shorten it or if we should leave it for a little bit longer until that swelling comes down more. For the specific healing period time and recommended downsize time for your specific piercing, please refer to the card that you were given after your appointment. If your piercing swells a lot, because again, everyone's body reacts differently, and you feel like, even though the one we started you off with was longer, that the area is getting a little tight or it's feeling a little bit too tight, always come in to visit your piercer to have them take a look at the piercing. We may need to upsize it for a little bit to an even longer piece until that swelling comes down. If at any point you're worried or concerned about your piercing for any reason, always check in with your professional body piercer. To view detailed written aftercare instructions for specific piercings and just general body piercing aftercare instructions, this can be found on our website. Body piercing is a journey. Healing a body piercing is a journey, and we are here for you every step of the way. Thank you for choosing Loire, and if you need us for anything, don't hesitate to reach out.